Hi, Sleep Tight friends. There's a brand new Smurfs movie coming to theaters July 18th, and it's Smurftastic fun for the whole family. This time, Papa Smurf, voiced by one of our favorite actors, John Goodman, has been taken by some very wicked wizards. Now it's up to Smurfette, voiced by Rihanna, to lead the Smurfs into the real world on an epic rescue mission. It's a wild, music-filled adventure with comedy, heart, and teamwork. And a Smurfy message about being kind and finding your true self. This sounds like a story we would like. With an all-star cast and brand new music from Rihanna, Tyla, DJ Khaled, and more, it's the perfect summer movie night for everyone. Don't miss the Smurfs, only in theaters, July 18th. A short message for grown-ups. Parents, we've all had those times when the whole family is off on their own screens. Wouldn't it be great to find something active and fun that everyone agrees on? Families everywhere are discovering Next Playground, an active game system where your body powers the play. No controllers or wearables, just natural 100% motion-driven fun. Fly with How to Train Your Dragon, dance with Barbie, pop bubbles in Gabby's dollhouse, or master moves with Kung Fu Panda, all from your living room. Even better, Next Playground is totally kid-safe. No ads, no in-app purchases, and no mature content. Just good, clean fun for long summer days. Want to learn more? Visit nextplayground.com. That's nexplayground.com to explore active family gaming today. Hello, friends, and welcome to Sleep Tight Stories. We love getting to know our listeners through your stories, messages, and birthday wishes. These shoutouts are one of our ways of staying connected and saying thank you for being part of our Sleep Tight community. We'd like to say hello to Constance and Winston. Happy 8th birthday to Zara in Lake Oswego, Oregon on June 27th from Mom, Dad, Baby, and Ugga. We love your laugh and curiosity. Happy birthday, Maddie in Lafayette, Colorado. Mommy, Daddy, and Maisie love you so much. We are so very proud of you and love watching you grow up. You are such a fun, smart, special girl. Happy 11th birthday, Joe, from Mom, Dad, and Nono. We love you all the much. Happy 8th birthday, Ella, our shining star from Swarthmore, Pennsylvania. We love you to the moon and back. Your big heart, creativity, and love for nature and animals amaze us every day. We're so proud of the strong, kind, and funny girl you're becoming. Keep dreaming big and dancing to your own beat. Love always, Mom, Dad, Winston, Mango, Camille, and the 11 frogs. Happy 8th birthday to Callister Brewer in Greenwood, Missouri from Daddy, Mommy, and Grammy. We love you and hope you have another great year. Happy 8th birthday, Ainsley, from Mom, Dad, Cammie, Jamie, Iris, Chip, and Flame. Keep following your horse-riding dreams. You are so kind and hardworking. You make us proud every day. And a happy early birthday to Juniper from St. Paul, Minnesota, who is turning 5 on July 4th. Happy birthday to you all, and thank you for supporting the show. If you'd like to support our podcast and enjoy ad-free episodes, unlock bonus stories, and so much more, you can join Sleep Tight Premium. Subscribe in just 2 taps via the link in the show notes. Now, on to our story. School is almost finished, and everyone is talking about what they are going to do during the summer. Bernice listens and thinks about all the things she wants to do. How will she ever decide? Bernice has too many plans for the summer. Did you hear what Bobby said he's doing this summer? Ethan asked Bernice as they bounced along on the bus ride home from school. Yeah, it sounds super amazing. I mean, building robots at camp for a whole week? That's exactly the kind of thing Bobby loves. Maybe he'll end up teaching the camp, Ethan said with a laugh. He's like some kind of mad inventor of robots now. He is a bit robot crazy, Bernice agreed. Last year, it was dinosaurs. This year, it's robots. Next year, it'll be building spaceships, Ethan grinned. What about you? Any plans yet? Summer's coming fast, and I seriously can't wait. School's been kind of boring lately. Yeah, I like it better when we're learning a ton of new stuff, not just reviewing everything, Bernice said. Her eyes lit up. But this summer, I'm going to do everything. Everything? Ethan raised an eyebrow. What do you mean? Well, I haven't really decided yet, Bernice admitted. Mama says I have to choose, but choosing is so hard. I want to run, go to swim camp, join science camp, ride bikes with Papa, hang out with you guys as much as possible. Bobby wants me to go to robot camp, and Gertrude says I should come with her to the lake camp that lasts a whole month or something. That's a lot, Ethan said. I mostly just want to read a bunch of books, especially the ones in my grandma's attic. But my parents signed me up for soccer. They say I need some balance, whatever that means. I tried soccer once, Bernice said thoughtfully, but I picked running, swimming, and hockey instead. Just then, the bus gave a lurch as it neared their stop. Here we are. We better get off before we end up having dinner at the bus driver's house, Ethan joked. They stepped off and started the short walk home. This has to be the fastest bus ride in the world, Bernice said. Maybe the bus driver modified it and races on weekends, Ethan said, laughing. Don't tell Bobby, Bernice said with a grin. He'd try to add rockets, and then something would definitely go wrong. We'd end up on the moon. I don't think we could get dinner on the moon, Ethan replied, or any of Papa Bear's cookies. Yeah. See you later, alligator, Bernice called as she turned up her walkway. After a while, crocodile, Ethan called back, waving as he continued on toward his grandma's house. Bernice opened the door to her small house and stepped inside. Papa, I'm home. And are those cookies I smell? She called out. I hope it is because I might need a snack today. After a long day at school, my stomach starts making gurgles. You'll have to come into the kitchen and see, little bear, Papa Bear replied in his super deep voice. Bernice sat down to take off her sneakers. Not because she had to. She was an expert at peeling them off with her feet. But because that gave her a chance to say hello to Cookie before she had her snack. Cookie, where are you? I'm home and ready to give you some pets before we go do stuff. She heard a soft thump as Cookie jumped off her cozy spot and came trotting around the corner. First, Cookie paused, making sure Bernice wasn't soaking wet. Then came in close for cuddles and chin rubs. Did you miss me today? I missed you, Bernice said as she scratched behind Cookie's ears. I've had lots of free time lately because school's just about over and the teachers don't want to give us a bunch of new stuff. I wouldn't mind if they did. I want to fill my head up with as much science as possible. She grinned. Wouldn't it be funny if my brain said, Sorry, Bernice, I'm full. No more science until school starts again. That would be kind of funny. And kind of sad. Cookie purred in response. Do you have summer plans, Cookie? Bernice asked. I think I have too many. And sometimes, when you have so many interests and ideas and options, it's hard to choose." She glanced toward the window. "Maybe you and I could go for walks. But then you'd need a leash, and that wouldn't be much fun. I think you'll probably do what you do every summer: sleep, play, help me with stuff, and eat." Cookie's purring grew louder, as if to say, "That sounds just right." "Milk's on the table, little bear," Papa Bear called from the kitchen, "and the cookies are magically disappearing." "Okay, Papa, don't let all the cookies disappear. I'm coming." Bernice gave Cookie one last scratch. "I guess I'll talk to you later, okay? You'll help me with my reading, right?" "Ethan challenged me to read more stories, and I may need your help." Bernice got up, put her sneakers away nicely, and ran into the kitchen. "Hi, Papa." "I know when you say magically disappearing, it means the cookies are going into your stomach," she said with a grin. "I only believe in magic when I go to bed because it helps me sleep. I believe in science." Papa Bear chuckled. "You're absolutely right. I had to check the cookies to make sure they were safe. For science, of course." Then he added, "And don't discount magic just yet. Some science might seem like magic to others." After washing her hands, Bernice sat down at the table and took a big bite of a cookie, followed by a drink of milk. "Yummy cookies, Papa. Super duper yummy." "I'm glad you like them, little bear. So, how was your day? Did you have anything interesting for lunch?" "Yeah, I had some mapo tofu and a burrito. Bobby's mom made the burritos and they were excellent. Alice brought the tofu. I liked the burrito better this time. I think everyone did. But we all thanked Alice for sharing, because that's being nice." "She said she doesn't like burritos," Bernice added. "Funny how we all like different things, right?" "Yes, it is," said Papa Bear. "We're all different, and that's a wonderful thing." "Not much happened at school today, Papa. Bobby's been super happy lately because he's going to a robot camp this summer. So he's on his best behavior. He didn't even paint poop emojis in art class today." Papa Bear raised his eyebrows. "That is impressive." "Yeah," Bernice giggled. "We got to paint whatever we wanted. I painted a flower. There are so many in the garden right now, and I love that." She took another sip of milk. "Most of our school stuff is just review now, and that's not as interesting. But, Papa, we talked about our school plans at school today, and, well, I just want to do everything. Can we extend summer by like 3 months?" Papa Bear laughed. "Well, like your mama said, you'll need to pick what's most important or most exciting for you. That's called prioritizing. And don't forget, it's summer. You're allowed to just play, read, ride your bike, and work in your garden. Not every day needs to be planned." "I know, Papa, but some kids are going away to camp again. I don't want to miss out on anything. I need to practice my running, and there's swim camp, which is way more fun in the summer. Bobby invited me to robot camp. Gertrude wants me to go to her lake camp, and I really want to go to science camp. And I want to ride bikes with you and hang out with everyone, Bobby, Gertrude, Ethan, Addie. Oh, there's just so much to do." Papa Bear gave her a warm smile. "Don't worry, little bear. You're going to have lots of fun this summer. If you really want to go to science camp, we can look into it. But don't forget, there are so many fun things to do right here. We'll still have our bike rides, ice cream with Mama, and maybe even go camping." "Camping, Papa? In a tent?" "We're talking about it." "Could we roast marshmallows and stuff?" Bernice asked eagerly. We could, Papa said. And I'm thinking of inventing a special cookie you can put roasted marshmallows inside of. Should be very tasty. Your mama and I used to go camping all the time. We haven't gone the past few summers, but maybe it's time to start again. Okay, Papa. Camping sounds like so much fun, especially the special cookie. Wait till I tell Bobby. Maybe he'll want to come and bring a robot with him. That would be interesting? Papa Bear didn't look entirely convinced. We can talk about it, he said. Now finish your milk, little bear. I need to start dinner. Are you going to read some more tonight? After finishing the last of her milk, Bernice nodded. Yeah, I just have a few chapters left, and I think Cookie's going to help me. She finds the story interesting too. I think. Thanks for the cookies, Papa, she added. They were the best. After finishing her book and enjoying one of her favorite dinners, lasagna, Bernice went upstairs to begin her bedtime routine. She took a bubble bath with far too many bubbles, brushed her teeth, took some deep belly breaths, a bit too fast, which made her slightly dizzy, and picked out her clothes for the morning. Then, after carefully arranging her bedtime friends just so, she crawled under the covers and called out, "It's that time, Papa." "And what time is that, little bear?" Papa Bear called from the kitchen. "It's time for the Yawning Olympics, and I think I'm going to win gold." A moment later, the whole house gave a gentle rumble as Papa Bear climbed the stairs. He peeked into Bernice's room and whispered, "Are you still awake?" "Yes, Papa," Bernice said. "I was just thinking about Mama's advice about summer, and I think I'm okay with our plans now." "So you're all right doing a bit less? Focusing on just a few things, like your science camp, museum days when it rains, and maybe camping?" "Yes, Papa. I can still practice running and go swimming on the really hot days. And read. Ethan says if it's rainy, I can visit him at his grandma's house. We can read, drink milk, and have snacks." "I think that sounds like the best kind of summer," Papa Bear said with a long, slow yawn. "Hey, I think you're winning the yawning race, Papa." "I might be this time," he said. "Would you like a short story tonight or just go straight to sleep?" "Could you tell me a super, super, super short one? Maybe a silly one, so I can have silly dreams?" Bernice asked with her own sleepy yawn. "I can try. Are you comfy?" "Yes, Papa." "And how about Twigga, Wolfie, and Madeline? Are they comfy too?" "I think they are." "Cookie seems a bit distracted by the birds in the garden this evening," Papa Bear added. "But I'm sure she'll sneak in and curl up with you soon." "Yeah, she loves watching those birds. I think she dreams about flying after them." Papa Bear smiled. "All right then, give me a hug and a kiss, and I'll tell you a super silly story." "I love you, Papa. I love you too, little bear." Now this is a story about a different gnome, one who was much, much different from Bixie, who we know as a scholar and teacher, among other things. This gnome was neither, but he did love socks, and probably treats too. Bernice opened one eye and whispered, "I didn't know gnomes wore socks, Papa. I thought they had big, super strong feet." "Shh, you're not supposed to talk during a super short bedtime story," Papa Bear whispered with a smile. "In the magical kingdom, anything is possible, especially if we use our imaginations. And you and I, little bear, have very big imaginations." He continued, "In the magical kingdom, there are many castles, towns, and villages. This story takes place not too far from Boo Boo's castle, at the edge of a mystical forest. And as everyone knows, In that forest live unicorns, fairies, gnomes, and all manner of insects, birds, and animals. It's a wonderful place. So the story goes something like this. Once upon a time, in a world full of magic and fun, there lived an old gnome named Bibble, who wore 17 different colored socks, because choosing just 2 was far too difficult, and kept a pet snail named Speedy, who was, quite obviously, the slowest creature in the entire forest. Now Bibble had saved up exactly 43 shiny magic pebbles for his vacation. And oh boy, there were so many exciting places to visit. He could go to the tickling waterfalls, where the water giggles as it falls. Or maybe to the backwards mountains, where everyone walks upside down and eats dessert for breakfast. Then there was a library of whispering trees, where books read themselves to you while you nap in hammocks made of spider silk. "Speedy," Bibble cried, tugging at his beard until it squeaked. "I'm stuck. Should we go swimming with the musical fish who sing opera, or dancing with the mushrooms who waltz in their underpants? I just can't decide." Speedy slowly, very slowly, extended one tiny eye stalk and pointed to a nearby puddle. "Brilliant," Bibble shouted, smacking his forehead. "Why pick faraway places when we have the most magnificent mud puddle right here? We can pretend it's the ocean of giggles, complete with invisible pirates and ticklish seaweed." And so, Bibble spent his entire vacation splashing in that puddle, building sandcastles out of dirt and having deep philosophical conversations with Speedy about whether worms prefer dragon candy or chocolate. Because sometimes the best adventures happen when you stop trying so hard to pick the perfect choice, and instead pick the one that makes you smile right now. Papa Bear looked down at Bernice and saw that she was fast asleep. "Let's end our story right here, little bear," he whispered gently. He kissed her forehead, tucked her blanket around her shoulders, and made sure Twigga, Wolfie, and Madeline were comfy too. Just as he reached for the lamp, he heard a soft whisper. "Thank you for that silly story, Papa. I love you." Papa Bear smiled. "I love you too, little bear." And that is the end of our story. Good night. Sleep tight.